Hello YouTubers, it's me again and welcome to my video. This is part 3 of my experience and what I did in Japan. And I am wearing my yukata that I got in Kyoto. There it is. And I became an expert on putting it on all by myself. I am a big boy now. So, yes. So then, part 2, at the end of part 2, we were leaving the Kyoto station to Tokyo, and we got first class tickets for the train, and it was so nice, a lot of leg room, and it took about, from Kyoto station to Tokyo, it took about an hour to get there, and we took another train to Ikebukuro. I do not really know the name. I'm just gonna say Iki Station. So yes. So Iki Station, we walked all the way to the B&B. It took about maybe 18 minutes to walk there, and we used the Google Map. And the Google Map made us take the long way. Yes. Do not trust the Google Map. Okay, just look at the map yourself and look at the buildings and see if it's right or not. That's what I did. From the train station to the B&B, it was just a straight line to get there. A straight line. And the Google map was just taking us all over the place. So, yay! But we made it. So, we got to the B&B and we went inside, and it was a nice B&B. It had there were 3 floors. The first floor was a bedroom, bathroom, and a bath shower, whatever. And the second floor had living room and kitchen. Third floor had a bathroom and 2 bedrooms. My sister was at the bottom, and me and my brother went to the top ones. So then after we put our stuff away, we left the B&B and went to, I think it's called Sunshine? I think it's called Sunshine Mall. We went there and went to Sunshore? It's something like that. Sunshine Mall. Then we went to Sunshine Hotel to get bus tickets from the hotel to the airport. So after we were done that, I went to information because I learned my lesson. I went to the information and asked where the Pokemon Center was, and they said the 2nd floor. So it was easy to find the Pokemon Center now. So yeah, I went to the Pokemon Center, got a lot of Pokemon stuff, and after that we left the Sunshore, whatever. We left the mall and went back to the B&B, and that's when it started going downhill. Yes, I started not to feel very well. I felt like my throat was sore. So then I decided to go to bed early, and that's when it went down even more. At 12 o'clock, my body temperature rose up. I was getting so hot, head hurt, coughing all the time, very sore. I had a fever or flu or something. It was just horrible. So then, yes, so it was so horrible. I had to text my sister to ask if she can bring me water and medication, Tylenol. So she did, and I drank a lot of fluids. I hardly got any sleep. So the next morning, I was just I felt so horrible. I could not do anything. I had to stay in bed. So my brother and sister, I told them this should not ruin your guys' fun. You go out and do what we were going to do today. They went to Diver City Mall, where the big life-size Gundams were. So they went there, and they spent a few hours there, and they were kind of disappointed, but not at the same time, because they did see the Gundams. They seen them move and stuff like that, but it had hardly any anime there. Had hardly any anime. So it was kind of a disappointment, but not at the same time because of the big Gundam. I saw the pictures that my sister posted, and I was kind of upset that I could not be there, but I did not feel well. So then, before I move any further, just to let you guys know that if you get sick in Japan, and you buy medication there, the medication will not work. I spent about maybe 80, almost $100 on medication in Japan, and none of the medication worked at all. I still felt horrible. But when I came back home in Canada and took Buckley's and Hall's, boom, I felt like I felt much more better. So the medication in Japan sucks. I'm sorry, Japan, but yes, the medication there did not work for me at all. It did not make me feel it did not make me feel better. It still felt horrible. So yes. So then when my brother and sister came home, just we arrived in Tokyo on April 4th of 2018. So yes. And then on the 5th they went to Diver City, and then on the 6th I said, I'm not going to let this interfere. I'm going to go with you guys this time. I don't want this to ruin my fun, but it kind of did. So then we went to Akihagura. We went to Akihagura. Yes, Akihagura, because my brother and sister said that's where anime was. And it had a Gundam cafe, and we went there, and we seen a lot of anime posters, video clips of anime, going, oh my god, look at all this anime. But we were gravely disappointed. Yes, Akihagura had anime posters and video clips and stuff like that, but they had hardly any anime. That's right, no anime. The only anime they had there was figurines. Yes, figurines. We went to all the buildings and we did not see any, they didn't have any jackets, had no blankets, plushies, hats, any of that. They mostly just had figurines. Yes. Most of the stores there, like maybe 50, 60, 70% of the stores there were anime baiting. We went into one place and there was a workshop full of, parts and wrenches and stuff like that. We go to another place and it's just a clothing store, like for just fashion and stuff like that. We're going, where the heck is the anime? So after that, we were very disappointed. My brother and sister saved their money just for that place to get anime stuff, and there was no anime stuff hardly. So we left disappointed and upset. So yes, just to let you know. So then after that we went back to the B&B, and that was the 6th. On the 7th, on this April 7th, we went to the Tokyo Zoo, and the Tokyo Zoo it was huge and had a lot of things. I was really looking forward to the tiger in the Tokyo Zoo. So I saw the tiger. The last time I saw a tiger was when I was like 6 years old, and I am 26 years old right now. So it looked like 20 years later I see another tiger. But yes, it was so beautiful, so nice. I took photos and video of it, and my brother and sister went off, and they, after a while, found each other again and said, where were you? We were looking for you. And I said, you should know that I'd be staying at the tiger and admiring its beauty. My favorite animal is a tiger, so I'm going to stay there and look at it and be amazed. And oh, it was so nice and beautiful until I had to leave. So yes, and I do feel sorry for those animals in those cages. I wish that they'd be free in their home, because I am with WWF, World Wildlife Foundation. Yep. So it was kind of sad to see those animals in there. So then I seen a lion for the first time, hippos, rhinos, lemurs, eyes. Wow, they had a lot of animals there. So then after that, after we left the Tokyo Zoo, we went to walking around. There were cherry blossoms. There was a line of cherry blossoms, but we just missed them. They were dying. They all came off the tree, but there were still some cherry blossoms. So yes. And then after that, we went back to the B&B, and on the 8th, my brother and sister went off and did their own thing again. I could not. I couldn't. I had to rest again. No, that was the last day. That happened on the last day. On the 8th, I believe, on the 8th, we went to Akihagra Forest. Yes, we went to the Akihagra Forest, and the forest was beautiful, kind of big. Yes, kind of big. It was nice and beautiful, seeing all these green trees, and having their weird shapes. It was just, oh, I wish I stayed and lived there forever. It was so beautiful, so nice and green. Oh, I miss it so much. But yes, we went to the Bat Cave, Ice Cave, Lava Cave, Wind Cave. We went to all the caves. So, yes, and we're just walking around. There were barely any people, and we were going, how can people get lost in the forest? Because we're just standing there, and we can hear vehicles off into the distance that way and that way. And we're going, how can people get lost in here? And we just walk, and then off into the distance you can see vehicles and going, I see a vehicle over there. I see one over there as well. So then we did get deeper into the forest, but we could still hear the vehicles off into the distance. Literally just standing there going, how can people get lost? I can hear vehicles in that direction. If you get lost, just head where the vehicles are. But yeah, so it was kind of funny, but and I am a psychic as well, and I wanted to see if I can feel any spirits or anything like that, and I was disappointed because I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything. I did encounter spirits before. I encountered many of them. So I just sat there and just focused and felt if I could feel anything. All three of us, we just sat there, quiet, and I didn't feel anything at all, so I was disappointed. It was kind of our first time being in a haunted place, but I did not feel anything. But yes, and we hardly encountered any people. And after we left the Akihagra Forest, and I didn't want to, and then we went to the bus station or whatever, and we seen Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji was right there, and we took pictures of Mount Fuji, and it was, oh, Mount Fuji was fantastic. Seeing Mount Fuji was breathtaking, going, we're here, there's Mount Fuji just way over there, taking pictures. So, yeah, so then we left and went back to the B&B, and our last day, I could not do anything. On our last day on the 9th of April 9th, it was our last day, so my brother and sister went to the gardens, Castle Gardens or something, so they went there, and I stayed home, but I went to the Sunshore Mall to get tax refund and stuff like that, so after I came back to the B&B, they came back, and we went back to the mall again to hang out and have our last time there, and we seen anime stuff, and I told my sister, I went to all 5 of those stores, and all of them were meant for women, or guys too, but yes, so I went into all of them, and they were all male anime characters. All the females were looking at me going, there's a boy in here, and I'm looking, oh, it's anime characters. I'm not complaining, but I went into all 5 stores, and they were all the same, buttons and posters, yes. Until we seen an anime cafe, so we decided to go in there, and there were floors, and there was a sign saying, male cosplay, wigs, contact lenses, female cosplay. We went up there and we seen all these male cosplay outfits, and I wanted it. I wish I knew of this from the start on the 4th, but didn't, sadly. So I couldn't buy any of the stuff there, so I was disappointed. So then after that we went back to the B&B, packed up all of our stuff. We had to leave the B&B at 5:30 in the morning because we had to go to the Sunshine Hotel at exactly 6 o'clock to pay for our tickets. And we went onto the bus, took an hour to get to the airport. We were sad and we were crying. We went down to the plane and went from Japan all the way to Seoul in South Korea, and South Korea was beautiful. Hardly had to go through, we didn't have to go through any people really. All we had to do was scan our ticket and our passport, and the doors would open for you. And we just walked in. We didn't have to deal with any security or stuff like that. It was just nice and good. It was nice and fast. So we stayed in Seoul for about 3 hours, and then we went onto the plane from Seoul all the way to Vancouver, a 12-hour flight, and there was a crying baby behind me and kicking my seat. It was horrible. So yes, finally made it to Vancouver. Again,